Lymba provides its enterprise-level NLP software products to build solutions for financial service organizations because high-tech systems like Lymba's work best with forward-thinking organizations with complicated data environments. Though it would seem that a financial services organization would mostly work with structured, numerical, transactional data, the unstructured data can provide rich information and enhance your databases. However, it first needs to be extracted using semantic NLP. This is where Lymba can help. Lymba's technologies have been applied in many areas of financial services. Typically, integrating Lymba's software with a company in the financial sector follows a similar path. We begin by processing internal documents. These can be anything from investment research papers to quarterly and annual earnings reports. Documents are sent through KExtractor, Lymba's NLP pipeline, which is often configured beforehand to understand a client's domain with the help of an ontology. An ontology isn't necessary for this step, but is highly recommended as it can greatly speed up pipeline configuration, as well as provide an easily adjustable knowledge base for a particular domain. To hasten the configuration process even further, one can use Jaguar, Lymba's automatic ontology building tool, which can rapidly expand an existing knowledge base from a few concepts to thousands, or create an entirely new ontology based on the contents of a set of input documents. As input data passes through the KExtractor pipeline, important entities are extracted from the texts, as well as any relationships that exist between them. For example, if looking at data on Amazon's acquisition of Whole Foods, KExtractor will be able to tag any occurrences of each company as well as an acquired relationship between them. The final step in the pipeline converts the processed input data into RDF triples, which can then be stored in a graph database. With this, the input documents can be queried using Sparkle in order to retrieve the entities and relationships that have been extracted. As a supplement, Lymba also provides a natural language to Sparkle query software, or NL2Query for short. This search software converts a non-technical user's natural language question into a formal Sparkle query, and then searches for a match from the RDF data created by KExtractor. Without this, data is only accessible to the few people that know Sparkle or other graph querying languages. Once the input data has been processed and users are empowered with natural language search tools, one could ask questions like, what is driving the performance of ABC Inc.? This is a nuanced question, but if we want to support natural language, then it's crucial to understand how a financial services organization uses words like driving within their particular domain. Let's see a demo of this in action. We begin this demo in KExtractor Studio, which is an easy-to-use graphical interface for configuring Lymba's NLP pipeline. In the Documents section, we can see a number of files have been uploaded to the GUI. Here, we can send a document through the existing pipeline configuration and preview the results as many times as we'd like. If I open the initial annotation for a document, say this one, we can see it contains unannotated plain text. The pipeline will need to be configured in order to start to extract knowledge from the text. The pipeline can be configured either manually or automatically by uploading an ontology into Studio. Configuration mainly consists of creating lexicons and lexical rules to tag entities in the data, as well as creating semantic rules to identify relationships between entities. As you can see, we've gone ahead and done this already for the sake of time. Once the pipeline is fully configured, we can extract the documents again and see that now certain entities are tagged, like Amazon.com Inc. and acquired, as well as some relationships between them, such as is buyer in. After we've adjusted the pipeline to the point where the entities and relations are correctly extracted, the data from our documents can be converted into RDFs stored either locally or pushed to a knowledge graph. With the data properly stored, it's now possible to connect an instance of Lymba's natural language to query tool to allow users to ask natural language questions on the data. For example, we could ask, what companies were acquired by Amazon? And once we click process, we immediately see a Sparkle query that's run against the previously generated RDFs and just below, the answer to our question. Hopefully, you now have a good understanding of how NLP can be incredibly lucrative for businesses in the financial sector, as well as how Lymba can help implement it. Thanks for watching. Please reach out to us with any questions or for help on your next project.